Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people, a pleasant evening to you. All right, my beautiful people, I want you to really listen to this because this is a very serious situation. You know, my aunt could have lost her life had it not been had it not been for some wonderful stalwarts. But it's a good thing that I decided to listen to a cousin who asked me to go, and we normally check in with her to make sure she's all right and so forth. And when I went, she was, nobody was responding. No way, there was no way for us to get in. Her phone seemed to be dead. And I said, oh my God, I started to think the worst. And I said, oh my God, I just, I had to just remain as calm as I could be and decided to call the police because I didn't know what first move to make. And when I contacted them, they said to me that I would have needed to contact either the fire brigade or a locksmith. But by the time it was late in the evening, so the locksmith would not have been ideal. So the fire brigade, because they work 24 hours just like the police officers. And they said, all right, tell you what, we will contact them for you. Because, if you're calling her, the phone is off, and she's an elderly, lives alone, then, you would need to just get the place busted open, basically, and to make sure that she's alive and well. That's a synopsis of it. And so, lo and behold, they came in fair time when I contacted them, to be very honest with you. I didn't have to wait long for the police officers to come. In a sense, not so much with the fire brigade, not today. We just, because sometimes time will seem very long when you're in a desperate position. So when you're very desperate, it's like somebody who is very hungry, extremely hungry. If they're cooking, they sometimes don't allow the food to cook properly because they're dying to get something in their stomach. So sometimes time may seem very longer than what it is. So all in all, I wouldn't say the police and the ambulance took long. Not the ambulance or the fire brigade. The ambulance long, but I wouldn't say everlastingly long. And when that's why they always say let the doctor pronounce somebody dead. When I couldn't go in, when they eventually had to pry themselves in, they found my aunt on the ground. She was unconscious, and we don't know how long. They thought that she had passed, but it's a good thing my cousin was there to say, no, there is life. And then he got a pulse and saw her moving. And, my eyes are red because I was crying initially, thinking that that was it, and it was not. But I have to really give high commendations to the police officers at Constant Spring, the Constant Spring Police Station. In fact, I have to give kudos and pay homage, in a sense, to the 119. I think it's the 119, yeah. Because when I called, I didn't wait. They dealt with my situation. I briefed them on what the situation is. I said she lives alone. She would not go anywhere without her family, and at this time of the night, I know that there is something is wrong, something is off. And after giving them the important information, they sent the police officers. Then the police officers went to call the fire brigade, and it's like a chain effect, a domino effect, a rippling effect. But had it not been for them, all of us involved, obviously, but had it not been for them, we don't know what would have happened. We don't know the outcome of my aunt. So I'm going to extend my commendations and thanks to Assistant Superintendent B. Barnes of the Constant Spring Police Station. I want to thank you for passing through. You never had to, sir, but you chose to, and I thank you greatly. I want to also thank Corporal Omar Hawes. I think he was, one of them. All of them came. Corporal Omar Hawes. I have Corporal Champsworth Cummings. I have Constable Melissa McLeod, I remember her, and Constable D. Blissett. Officers, I thank you so very much. I know your work is not easy because, sometimes you don't know what call you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to expect for the evening. And because of your contribution, my aunt is alive today, and I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Thanks to the, I don't remember the names of the fire brigade men. They were really helpful too. They were helpful. I know the guy had given me his name. He and the other guy, it was about it was a few of them, but I don't remember their names. Forgive me. Big up to the fire brigade staff. Big up to you. If you are able to, somehow I hope you're able to see this video so that you know that I'm grateful, even though I don't remember your names. But I'm sure you may remember me. And I also want to thank Ambicare, I'm not sure of the correct name of the ambulance that came and aided in my aunt being alive today. Thank you so very much. You know, on behalf of my family and I, we want to thank you, because had it not been for your help, we know the outcome, you know. I'm glad I followed that sort of a clarion call by just going and checking in and saving her life today. But I want to extend this video by saying to everyone, listen to me. When you know somebody lives alone, and especially if they're not well, you know, like my aunt, she's diabetic, so maybe it could have been one of those diabetic, you know, I don't remember the term that they call it, you know, and it could be that she hit her head, it could be that she fell ill, anything could have just gone wrong, you know. And that lady is a strong woman, because she I mean, you see her, there was a pulse there, and you see her trying to move her hand, trying to shift her eyes, and I'm saying, hold on, auntie. Hold on. And I mean, while saying a prayer, say, God, keep my aunt alive, please. Call my mother and ask her to pray for her. And I'm sure her sisters, her siblings prayed for her, and people and the neighbors, they rallied around. You know, they didn't just stay in their houses. And naturally, if people see the fire brigade and hearing the police and so on, they're going to come out and look to see what's going on. And I'm going to encourage people, if you have a family member that lives alone, ensure that the person is not alone. If you're unable to, you know, get a caregiver, if you're unable to stay with them, ensure that you check in with them very often. You go and visit them. Do not leave them. Had I not gone to make, you know, to see what is happening, possibly my aunt would not have been alive today had I not gone. So I'm asking you, please, if you know, especially if they're elderly and they live alone, by right, when people reach a certain age, you really should have somebody there, you know, even if it is that, you know, the person doesn't live in, but somebody visits you regularly, you know, whether neighbors coming by or checking in, but don't remain alone, even if a day passed. And funny enough, I saw a very popular person, media person, who lives in the area, who came, and he said that's what happened, you know, his brother lives alone, and 2 days passed and the neighbor did not see, and they said, no, something is wrong, because this person is always out. And when they, you know, I guess they had to do a similar thing, get somebody to get, you know, I hate to say break into the house, but, you know, for lack of a better term, the relevant authorities, he was dead, because they smell the odor. He was dead. So people, and that was just 2 days. So I don't even know how long my aunt, because she was unconscious, and, you know, and really, it's like she was just gasping, like fighting for her life. That is what, you know, I said, my God, what a strong woman. She fought to hold on, you know, because she was dehydrated. You know, that seemed to me, I mean, I'm not a medical doctor, I don't know, but just looking at her, she seemed to have been dehydrated for at least 24 hours or so. And she held on. Do not leave your family members alone, especially if they live alone, whether young or old, but especially if they're old. Do not visit them. I don't care if you get along with them or you don't. Please, you might just be saving a life. It is imperative. You might just be saving a life. Please, don't leave any family member, young, old, middle-aged, whatever it is. I'm grateful to God that He kept my aunt alive, that she fought to hold on, and that He will keep her alive. You know, make her live a right old age. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. And thank you for listening. Have a good one.